All right, today we're doing a craft. Woo! I've been sick in bed literally all week, and so we are running very short on time to make Valentine's Day cards for my friends. We have so much going on. We have a birthday party to go to today, so I have limited time. Didn't want to go to the store, didn't want to spend money, don't have time to like order cute Valentine's Day cards for my friends because we do a Valentine's card exchange every single year. But I found my lino cut supplies in the craft closet, and so we are gonna do lino cut Valentine's Day cards. I have 3 lino cut blocks. So we're just gonna kind of mess around with that and to try and come up with something. This is the first option. Hopefully you guys can see that. It's like a little swan. And so I'm gonna do these for the actual Valentine's Day cards. And then I also have, let me grab them. It's the perfect number. I have 4 little gift bags like this. So I'm going to also do a second print on the gift bags. And then I'll fill the gift bags with something. I'll still have to run to the store. Let's be real. If anything, I'll just put like a couple pieces of candy, and then this will be like cut down to size, little thing in the gift bag. And this is the lino cut print that I'm gonna do on the gift bag. I had this idea while I was fresh waking up. I kind of had the beginning stages of the idea last night in the panic of I don't have any Valentines to give my friends, and I kind of always just shirk my duties as a friend. It's really irresponsible of me. And this year I'm trying to be a better friend. Well, I'm trying to be a better friend, and I'm trying to be a better gift giver, because I tend to go like over the top, or I panic and I go low and I don't really do anything fun. So I'm trying to find a happy medium. I'll let you know when I get there. I challenged myself to only use stuff that I already had in the house. And I perfectly happen to have red and white block printing ink, which is so random that I have that. Like I said, I have 3 blocks. This is the Speedball carver tool. It's so nice. I'll show you how it works. It has everything you need just like here in the bottom. So it has 4 or 5 different tips, and then they just screw perfectly into there. I'm not selling these, so I'm just ripping designs off of Pinterest. That is only legal to do if it's just going to your friends, just FYI. Otherwise, it's stealing people's artwork. So these will never be for sale. Excuse me, Walter. I'm the friend with a printer. It comes in handy very frequently. Look at that. Printer paper already inside. It worked. I definitely did not intend to print this in full color. I was just so preoccupied with printing it that I didn't even trim the image or anything. But I think I like this size, so we're gonna save ink and just use this. I think we'll be able to fit it on like half of a block as well, which means I'll be able to save the other half for something else. I want it to show up in this direction, which means the stamp needs to be like backwards on the stamp. I just don't know how to transfer the design because I don't think I have a pencil in the house. Okay, I'm gonna like cut the block out right there. It works, but it's kind of hard to control. Hi, say hi.
Hi.
Pretty sure I have like an X-Acto knife somewhere that would have been way easier than this. For this one, all of the stuff that's red that is going to be the foremost part of this stamp. And so we need to carve out the shape of the swans, and then we have to carve out all the way around the heart. And everything that's red is what should be left raised, so that when you stamp it down, that's the stamp that shows up. So I have to figure out how I want to transfer the design onto the stamp without a pencil. Ooh, this is gonna be hard. I'm editing right now, and I'm gonna tell you what you should do instead of what I did. I'm not even gonna show you what I did because it was such a headache and it didn't work at all. And I basically had to just freehand draw the design on. Take your print. You should ideally have it in black and white, and use a graphite pencil, color in your design on the piece of paper, and like get it really thick, like a thick layer of graphite on there, and then turn it so the pencil part is facing down on the block. Put the block down and then press really firmly on the paper to transfer some of the graphite onto your linoleum block. And then from there, you can use a pen or a Sharpie to more permanently color in the design so that you can carve where you colored or carve around where you colored. We're just gonna skip ahead to the carving process because, like I said, the transfer process for me was a nightmare. But that's what you should do. Carry on. They have the skinniest little tip here. And that part at the edge is what you use to actually carve. So that's what I'll be using to like dig into this tiny little thing. This twists out, and then there's a little spot for you to slip that in. And then you slide it all the way in and you tighten it. Perfect. Now it's ready to carve. This is what we're working with. Can you even see that? It's so faint. We're gonna use it. There we go, good enough. Okay, now we're just gonna draw the design on, and then that's where we're gonna carve. Oh, that was a headache. That was such a nightmare. This is what we're working with. Okay, and now everything that I drew in, we are going to carve out, and then we're gonna carve out everything outside of this little circle as well. We just need to jump right in. I have like 30 minutes before I need to leave, so it's not about perfection, and that's what I keep telling myself. So we just have to make the first cut. There we go. One thing with lino cut, you have to make sure that you go deep enough so that way when you stamp it down, there's actually a relief in the print. Okay, I think that we finished cutting this one. Look at that. I need to figure out how to roll out some ink and test it really fast. I just will use some printer paper. But I wanna make sure that I don't need to cut anymore because, like I said, these lines are so fine that I am concerned the ink might get caught in them and then it won't be clear when I stamp it. I'm gonna test it with blue ink in the clothes that I'm wearing out. And also, you don't need that much ink. That's a lot. You want a really thin coating of ink, and then you just roll it onto here. That's with the ink on. Looks good. Stamp it down. Apply nice even pressure. I'm trying to hold the camera with one hand and show you the reveal with the other, so bear with me. Okay, there we go. That's pretty cute. This little spot on the nose, I want to even out. I'm happy with that. I think that's super cute. We'll fix the nose and just do a couple touch-ups and then we should be good. Okay, we gotta get going to the party, so we're gonna wrap up here. We need to clean up everything and get dressed and go, and then we'll just finish the rest when we get home. This one is gonna be way more complicated to carve out because there's just a lot more detail in it. It's hard to tell right now, like it just looks so simple. And now that I'm in it, I'm determined to complete it, but I really need to settle in. I'm locked into a podcast and it's probably gonna take me a bit. It's 10:30. We went to that birthday party, had a great time, stayed late, and then of course Arthur didn't want to settle down when we got home, so bedtime took a little bit extra, and now finally have my time to finish this up. If I cannot get this done tonight, I'm just gonna call it and be okay with that, and we'll just do our little Valentine's Day cards and not the little baggies, but I want to at least give myself the chance because now that the card part is done, everything else is gonna go so fast. It'll just be a matter of mixing up the right color and cutting out this paper, which worst case scenario I could do in the morning. We'll just see how it goes because I don't want to be up too late tonight. I'll check in maybe when this is like at the halfway point. We're making a decent amount of progress. I need to test it out soon because there's so many little detail pieces. I need to make sure that I've carved enough out. I'm gonna make a cup of tea. We're back to test the stamp. We're gonna do it the same way we did the first one. We're just going fast because it's light and I wanna get this done. This is my only issue. It's not very even. Not a big deal. It's not a huge problem. Here. This is it all stamped, like the ink is rolled on. And then we're just gonna stamp this on the paper. Press down. Apply some pressure. A crappy table, so I don't want to press too hard right in this spot or it could collapse. Okay, ready? We're gonna do the reveal right there. Sweet. I'll use more ink. That's so cute. I'm gonna clean up this edge. It won't be there at all. All these little spots. All of the places where ink picked up is obviously what's gonna get stamped down. So now that I have this clear outline, I can go through and clean it up with my carving tool. I very quickly made a little heart. I thought it would be cute on the inside of the Valentine. The side where I'm gonna write Happy Valentine's Day, that's the ink rolled on. I'll clean up all those edges and clean up around the hearts. But I wanted just a little emblem on the inside where it says Happy Valentine's Day so it didn't feel super blank on the back side. You guys, I'm a crafting queen. Just have to say it. I'm good at what I do. I never look good doing it though. That's the biggest issue with me making craft videos ever or doing any type of DIY. I'll look cute for the first like 15 minutes and then it all just goes downhill. I would have stayed in like my day clothes, not like ugly sweatpants earlier today, but we got home at like, I think we got home at 8 and my son didn't get into bed until almost 9 and I was like, I'm not gonna take off my makeup after doing all of this. If you don't know, I'm also 20 weeks pregnant or 22 weeks pregnant. So I wanna get rid of the limitations between me and my bed once I'm done with this. I wanna like finish it, shut it down here and go flop over and fall asleep. That's the plan. This is my very official paint ink mixing station. It's the back of like a FedEx packing situation. I'm gonna stamp tonight and cut tomorrow just so the stamping is done with and I don't have to make a huge mess. We're gonna mix up this paint. I feel like this red is gonna be too orange. I have a little tiny bit of blue that I think I'm gonna add. It's a moment of truth. Yeah, it's really, you can see, right? I'm gonna add that much blue to start with, the teeniest, tiniest little bit, and we will add from there. Let's get mixing. I just want it to be a little bit more of like a, you know, a Valentine's red, not a fire truck red. I'm also gonna add in the teeniest amount of white here. Okay, we're gonna go with that. I'm gonna stamp, 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 stamp. We're not going for perfection. We're just going for good enough. You want to make sure it's like evenly covered. Okay, good enough. The inaugural press. Okay, I should peel off the, that's not that bad. So that's our first one. I'm just gonna do a few. It is not transferring onto this paper as well as I thought it was going to. And I think this is watercolor paper, which I knew was potentially gonna be a problem. This is the rougher side. I think I'll do the hearts on this side and then I will do the swans on the smoother side because it'll probably have an easier time on this side. And I think that'll solve the problem. I'm applying some weight. I mean, the worst case scenario is, again, that it's just not that great, and that'll be fine. It'll just be a shitty YouTube video, shitty Valentine's. We're gonna keep stamping. It turned out way better on this side of the paper. Okay. Okay. Too much pressure. But look, now it's definitely coming out even. We need to find somewhere in the middle. Good. I'm happy with that. That's probably the cutest one so far. I recommend not using watercolor paper for this if you are going to the craft store, but it is also proof that you can make it work with whatever you have at home. For the baggies, I only have 4, so there's no redos, which is fine. Like, again, if it just goes to shit, it goes to shit, and I don't take them with me. I just found these in the craft closet while I was getting out my other stuff, and I thought it would be fun to try and do a little extra thing. So, again, this is the one that we're doing. Okay, it's cute enough. Cute. It's a little bit darker this time. We did it. My chair has fully been stolen by my cat. We have all the printing done, so we're gonna let everything dry overnight, and then tomorrow morning we'll cut it up, write our little Valentine's Day messages, and get them ready to be delivered. We are on the last leg of this project. I have to leave in like 15 minutes, and I'm gonna finish stamping everything and hopefully finish my coffee as well. I have my cutting mat. I'm gonna cut them out, stamp my little heart stamps. The bags, I'm obsessed with these. I think that I like these better than I like the actual Valentines, so I'm hoping that these kind of distract from the fact that the cards didn't print very well. Right now, we're gonna cut these guys out. I need to get a ruler. I have my X-Acto knife. It should go pretty quickly, and then we'll mix up that last little bit of ink, stamp on the hearts, write Happy Valentine's Day, and then we're done. We're ready to go. Oh, so this is my outfit for Valentine's Day. I'm gonna have to back up. There's the baby bump. We're gonna start by cutting up these ones. We're not going for perfection. We're just going for getting it done in a timely manner. Let's go like right there. I'm just eyeballing everything. Good enough. Good enough is the answer, Walter, dude. Okay, I think that worked. Oh, that worked perfectly. Look at that. Imagine an X-Acto knife doing its job. I'm not really a measuring type. Love, look at how they turned out, honey.
Nice.
I really think I need like the stability of being over it like this.
How long are you gonna be gone for, do you think?
I mean, probably until this evening.
Okay.
Don't need the knife anymore. Practice knife safety. General warning. We have our 4. They're just okay. I'm gonna use like the baby pink color. It's a family affair. Cute. That's adorable. All right. We're done. Look at that. We did it. Now let's get cleaned up while these dry. We'll write on them, pack them, and then we need to leave like right now. We're writing our little message. Cute, simple, normal. Okay, done. Here we go. And then that's the front. I'm so obsessed with that. Cute. Look at that, adorable.